Looks like some kind of train rail yard here, look. Oh, it's loading stuff in. That is a huge freight terminal, look at that. Looks like we've got another baseball stadium. HJ Wild, thank you very much for subbing. I can see a bridge to our right, look. That stadium's not bad. Sports Authority Field at Mile High. That's not bad at all, actually. Where are you going? We're just turning around. Basically flying around Denver. Just seeing what it looks like while we're here. Where's the Rockies up there? That's pretty detailed as well. Look at that. That's just nuts. I've been to Tucson, not yet. We're just going to like the premium deluxe airports and stuff, and then flying around. What's that though? Have you found your house yet? Of course I have. That's the first thing you do. Golf course, of course. Golf course is absolutely everywhere. Was your house accurate? I mean, it's reasonable. It's not photogrammetry though. Man, this looks so good. Vegas, yeah. Yeah, I've not been to Vegas in this build. I went to Vegas in the preview build and it had a couple of sectors that weren't ideal, so I didn't make a video on it yet. Yet another golf course. I'm guessing this is like the industrial district here. Just crazy. That golf course was probably formerly a garbage dump. Don't like garbage dumps keep fermenting for like 30 years or something. So like they have like landfills and they bury everything, cover it over. And then they can't build on it for a while, but they could make it into a golf course, but it actually keeps fermenting for like 30 years and just producing gas. Bing Map satellite view is terribly outdated. Thing is, though, Tommy, I don't know about you, but when I look at this and I wouldn't have a clue if this satellite imagery is 1 year old or 5 years old. And frankly, I don't care. It still looks amazing. Like, it's only if you actually know that it's out of date that you go, oh, that building's not there anymore. So what? Right, where's the next one? Dubai. Dubai International. OMDB. Let's go and have a look at Dubai. LAX. I have, yeah. I went to LAX in the preview build. It's quite a late evening, though. We might have to bring the time back slightly. I can just imagine people now flying over the house and going, that's not my car. I had that car 4 years ago. That's not accurate. I want a refund. Like, literally Steam reviews, people refunding because the car outside of their house was not correct. I can see it. I can honestly see people doing that. She must be cheating on me, yeah. It's because it was overhyped. I don't think it's overhyped. I think this game is underhyped. I don't think Microsoft has done that much marketing on this sim. They've not needed to. People have just passed on the information. Like, have you seen a TV advert for this yet? I've not. I've not seen a printed advert. I've not seen any adverts. The only thing I've seen is like YouTube videos they've put out. You were the advert. Well, of course, like they've given like copies to influencers and stuff and PC Gamer and all that kind of thing. But that's normal anyway. Oh, this looks good. I like the time of day. Well, you say the community's enough, but I have seen many people playing this sim who are not flight simmers. So how did they find out? Wow, this looks good.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
This is Dubai. Andy M, thank you for 68 months. At some point, I'm going to fly the Dreamliner here, I think. How's the ATC? It's okay. It's all right for default stuff. I think personally, I would probably just fly on VATSIM. Wow, look at it drop. Look at that. Look at it rendering that stuff right in the middle of the screen as I get near it. Look. Blimey. You can't wait to get your hands on this on Tuesday. Yep. As if they put cars in here as well. What are these? Like, what's this stuff here? That's the Emirates Crew Cabin HQ. Wow. No expense spared. It's like Jurassic Park. Will Vatsim work the Microsoft Store version? Yep. Is there any input lag? Not that I've seen.
Welcome to the Nut House.
6-foot mouse. That's a very scary mouse, that is. Thank you for subbing. I've never met a 6-foot mouse, and I hope I never do. You're in your room that 90%, 5% are open-minded and getting the sim Tuesday. I'll let the 5% with signs over their shoulders at the end is coming bother me. I don't know what that means. Look, if you're unsure about this sim, get it on the Xbox Game Pass. It will cost you like $5 for a month. Try it on your PC, see if you like it. If you don't like it, cancel your subscription. You spent $5. You can play with it for an entire month. And if you've never had Xbox Live before, you can spend $1 for the first month. This is a pretty good terminal. It's like when you fly online on VATSIM, you're just going to have to turn off all the AI planes, aren't you? Otherwise, like VATSIM might say, park at this ramp, and you go there, and there's a plane there. Yeah, you can go all in. Buy the premium edition, buy a HOTAS. I mean, if you're already a flight simmer anyway, you're probably going to go down that route because you've already got the equipment. But it's for all the other people, you know? People who are a bit unsure, never tried it, don't know if they're going to like a flight sim or not. Like, what do they do? Can we actually go inside this thing? Wow. You actually kidding me? They actually model the inside. Don't see any shops, but still. The fact you can do this is pretty impressive. FS Economy already works with it. And this is the other thing, like, if you've ever played FS Economy, this gives it a whole new level of... Like, you can take FS Economy jobs now and genuinely enjoy your flying. I think that's so good. Alright, it's going to have a fly around Dubai itself. Definitely going to need that. I guess we want to head roughly west. More beautiful airport, DMJM, ZBAA. Have you been there? In the sim?
Aye, aye, aye.
Whoa, that flight level change. Hello. Hello. What the? Settle that down 1 second. 1 second, shenanigans. Need to get the plane under control. Is that in flight level change mode? Okay, let's just go out. Hold. I don't know what's going on there. I should probably done maybe have done alt hold before I did FLC. I don't know. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. Shenanigans, I just meant I let a few negative Nancy's tilt me. I'm definitely getting this sim Monday night. Dude, I've been doing YouTube for many years, and I know exactly what you mean by people tilting you. Like, I get comments on my YouTube videos that in the past would have tilted me, whereas now I'm just like... let people make their own choices. Sometimes it's really, really hard to point out the obvious to people. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. What does tilt mean? Triggered? Same thing. That looks great with like the low sun just casting onto these high-rise. That's the Burj Khalifa right there. Damn, that looks good. This entire city just built in a desert. It's crazy. Hey, Mr. Chew. You know, if you work for Emirates and you base yourself in Dubai, you pay zero tax. Zero income tax. So that big fat salary they give you for flying their planes, you pay no tax. That's just crazy. Oh, that looks so good, man. You can't be disappointed with that view. Mr. Brettsan, how you doing, mate? Thank you for 30 months. I am well. Are you excited yet, Brettsan? I've not actually been to Guam yet, Brettsan. I can go to Guam if you want me to. Or maybe just leave that for you. I don't know if you want to be spoiled or not. Do we know if it'll be released on midnight? I don't know the time of release. Honestly, don't know. Where's that crazy hotel? There it is. We need to go and have a look at this. It's like a 7-star hotel or something. Look at that. You have the alpha. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I wasn't sure. That is just insane. Too hot for me, Dubai. Far too hot. Crazy place, though. It's cooler in winter. What, it gets down to like 40 Celsius? You don't feel the heat in Dubai? You must be kidding me. Have you ever been to Nevada? It's the same thing. Oh, man. Kayla Kiyoshi, thank you very much for subbing. I know what a dry heat feels like. I spent time in Vegas. I know what it feels like. I don't like it. I don't like humid heat even more, but dry heat brings its own problems. Now, is it me? Is there no, like, actual auto-gen here? I'm just wondering why the auto-gen's not kicked in for that. Is that all completely flat? It's a bit weird. I didn't realize they had two of these things. T16000. I have a T16000 that I'm gonna unpack and review at some point, but I have heard they work pretty well. This place is insane. Mr. Spodrum, thank you for subbing. How about buying a plot on the World Islands? Yeah. Yeah, if you want to just send me like $1 million and I'll do that for you. Wait, what's this? It's not enough for the million, really. How much is it? I genuinely have no clue how much that would cost. Oh, is this a new one? Is this like version 2? That's the port of Javel. Yeah, there's like literally no autogen on that port though. You can see all the gantry cranes there. Blimey. Maybe if you pre-order one now, you can get it for less than $1 million. What do you think? I just realised you're flying with the controller. I'm just moving the camera. Just moving the camera. $1.6 million. That's just crazy. $1.6 million to come and live in a desert where you couldn't even grow potatoes in your garden. Can you go to OTBH, the big US military base in Qatar? Do you not think it's going to be like completely blanked out though for military reasons? This place is going to collapse. They've been saying that for a long time. Oh, the button mapping's wrong. I've not mapped some buttons there correctly. Hang on. We gotta do something here. Where's Abu Dhabi from here? I've no idea where Abu Dhabi is. East. Okay. How far away is it, though? A 2-minute flight to the right. Alright, we'll go there in a sec. So what, like 090 on the compass? Chat nav, it really is. Wait, can you actually fly under that bridge? I bet it's like got a solid wall under it. That doesn't really look doable to me. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That didn't work. I knew that would be a solid wall. Oh. We can have a look around here while we're here.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, alright, landing gear, I get the point. Wait, I can just slew out of here, 1 second.
Landing gear.
Here's another reason to have a controller, slew mode. If you give us have a bit of a field, maybe we can take... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because once you're on the ground with your gear like that, you can't really get back from it. You may have bent the prop. I think I've got failures turned off. So if I take off and fly to the east, I'm going to find Abu Dhabi, yeah? Just east of the southern city, there's a huge roundabout neighborhood, and the track is just off the east of it, right? Wait, Abu Dhabi is southwest? Okay. Show me on the map. Oh, come on. All right, just follow the coast down. Okay, we can do that. Is it coming to Xbox? It's coming to console. We don't know when, though. Yes, you can melting lava. So if you go to controls, find your keyboard, do sim rate. Go to all, and there you go, sim rate. So this key wasn't working for me in the preview build, but decrease sim rate. I have mapped to that button there. And then increase sim rate. I have mapped to that button there. Control Alt plus, Control Alt minus. You can do whatever you like. Just map a button to it, and then as you're flying, you can increase the sim rate. Stop moving your head, keep it vanilla. What? Zintaus, thank you for 85 months. Have a nice tailwind in the flight. Thank you very much, Mr. Zintos. 85 months. Big number. Right, let's head southwest. QT bar. Thank you for 3 months. Go down par. That should get us that. You can play it from Tuesday. Yeah, I've tried track IR. Somebody just said stop moving your head around. Yeah, if you unpause track IR, you can basically use it to like look around the cockpit. But also if you go like drone cam, you can look around with drone cam. If you just pause it, then you can just go back to your camera mappings. Works pretty well. VR support is planned, but not in the sim yet. The first VR support will be on that new HP that's coming out in October, I think. That's about right. This is Dubai, yeah. Guys, I need a very quick bio break. So I'm going to do that while you enjoy the flight. I'm back in a second. For those of you who have never seen the rig, that's what it looks like at the moment. So I've got my Warthog throttle here. I just move that out of the way when I want to get out of the rig. Pull that in like that. I've got the Warthog stick over here. That's a gear shifter knob. There's 2 stream decks. That's a wheelbase, but I'm going to take that off this week and put the honeycomb in for next weekend. So I'll try the honeycomb next weekend. Down there's the MFG crosswind rudder pedals, which you can't see. But I'm going to swap them for the TPRs and try those. And then the keyboard's on a tray that you pull in as well. I'm currently playing it in 2560 mode because that scales down for you and doesn't tax the graphics card too much when I'm streaming. But normally, if I'm on my own, I can just play super ultra wide. Yeah, you can play it in any resolution you've got. It's just that the more pixels, the more taxing it's going to be. No, Valtiel. Performance-wise, for those of you who want to know about performance, I'm running an NVIDIA 2080 Ti, and let's make this slightly bigger. You can see that I'm using 7.5 gigabytes of dedicated RAM, VRAM, and we're running at about 71% at the moment. So I'm in like a low, high to medium, low, high to ultra setting. And then the CPU's up there. Bearing in mind I have a 3950X, you can see a couple of things. Firstly, it doesn't use all the cores, but it does spread around quite nicely. And secondly, it doesn't really flatline anything. It kind of uses things fairly well. I presume they're going to improve this over time. But bearing in mind, this graphics card right now is obviously rendering the game, and then it's recording to local file, and it's also streaming to Twitch. So it's doing quite a lot, the GPU. But all in all, this sim is more GPU intensive than anything. Yeah, cool, Tiger. I've got my browser open as well, but most of the memory... Actually, we didn't look where the memory was going, did we? Most of the memory is going... Microsoft Flight Sim's pulling at the moment nearly 10. My browser though. OBS, blah, blah, blah. So, like, if you've got 16 gig of RAM, it seems to be fairly okay. I don't know why Microsoft says 32 gigs recommended, because I've never seen it push over about 16. Right, where's Abu Dhabi? Must be coming up on it. 16 is recommended. Yeah, but that's in the kind of middle of the road settings. For the top one, they said 32. But I put a question mark over that. I don't know, maybe if I ramped it up to ultra, maybe it'd start using more memory. Mr. Referick, you're cleared to land. Runway 57M. I wonder if my sim speed thing works. One sec. There you go. 2, 3. So that's running at 3 times sim speed now. The problem is, it doesn't tell you anywhere how many times you press that button. It just says 3. I put 3 in, but it doesn't tell me 3. It'd be really useful if it said 3 times somewhere. So now I have to remember how many times I did it and then go 1, 2, 3. And if you get that wrong, you'll find yourself landing either too slowly or too quickly. Which can be a bit of a problem. The game's using 10 gig on its own with 4 gig Windows that uses only leaves 2 gig, which isn't a lot of breathing room. Yeah, fair play. I saw people with OBS complaining about encoding being stuttery. I don't know. OBS is still being a bit weird with this game, Mr. Chew. For example, yesterday, OBS was game capturing this, right? Today, it will no longer game capture, and I'm having to display capture. Why? I have no clue. If I rebooted my PC, probably it would game capture again. I kind of hoping there's going to be an NVIDIA driver before Tuesday. I'm hoping that will fix some issues. But OBS has been a bit strange. In terms of smoothness, the main thing I would say to you about OBS is you need to run OBS in admin mode. If you don't run it in admin mode, then what happens is when your GPU gets to 100%, the first thing it sacrifices is not the game, it sacrifices OBS. So then the stream looks really stuttery. So you need to run OBS in admin mode because they put a fix in a little while back so that it makes sure that it sits above priority on the game, so that it makes sure everybody's smooth. But really what it comes down to, as I said in my kind of first video on this, it really comes down to this. Like, if you're running OBS and playing Microsoft Flight Simulator and you're seeing this go to 100%, you're going to have to back off some graphic settings. DP1 Gaming, welcome back. AMD is typically better at multi-core. It's not really about that. It's not about that. Every game uses the cores differently. Mr. Brett Sam, these are fantastic slippers. They are leather moccasin slippers. And they're amazing. Intel's better for single core. Luckily with this flight sim, it's not single core bound anymore, so you're better off in more than more cores. They are pretty comfy. Swordfish Radio, thank you for subbing. Will you get the new 3K series, Falcon? The NVIDIA press conference thing is in a couple of weeks' time, I think, the live stream. I'm really hoping they're going to say, like, here's our new card, and it is 40% better than the 2080 Ti. In which case, I'll be like, yes, I'll have one of those. It really depends what they say. What about hyperthreading? Hyperthreading is an Intel thing. There's an equivalent on AMD, but it basically splits a real core and allows like two virtual threads to go through, well, two threads to go through the same core, basically. Price is rumored to be about $2,000. I completely ignore the rumors. It's all too easy for somebody to just make a number up. Like, somebody, all it needs is one person on the internet to just go, I've heard that it'll be about $2,000. And then people start spreading that rumor. Until they actually come out with a price, I'm just going to ignore it. Is this Abu Dhabi on the right? Where's my map? Yeah, this is Abu Dhabi, isn't it? We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll know in a few weeks. Well, some people will, Samo, but I mean, it's a lot of... Oh, God. Uh-oh, my heading bug. Rip. 1 second. We're going to have to quit the sim. I've seen this before once in the preview build. You see my heading bug is spinning around? It's... I don't know if it's to do with my stream deck or the sim or whatever, but once you get into this state, you can't get out of it. So we're not really going to see Abu Dhabi, unfortunately. Because we're going to have to Alt F4 that. Mr. Ryan, thank you for 9 months. Right, next on the list. I think I'm going to have to kill Flight Sim. There you go, it's died finally. Next on the list is Frankfurt, EDDF. This is the next premium Standard, deluxe, and premium. We've basically been through all of these so far. Now we're going to EDDF. Yep, it's a heading bug. I can't rule out the fact it's just Stream Deck. Mr. Ryan493, thank you for 9 months. Burnt out. I'm kind of hoping I can have Tuesday off. Basically, I've been working pretty hard these last 2 weeks, and Monday, tomorrow, I've got a couple of videos I want to do, and then Tuesday, when you guys are all enjoying the sim, I'll be having a day off. People talking about the 3080 when the game works fine on a 1660. If you're a streamer, for example, then next-gen graphics card potentially means you can run it in Ultra and record and stream. It's kind of important for a streamer. Frankfurt, longest ever taxi. What about Schiphol? Is it longer than Schiphol? You hope they improve MVN. I reckon they will. I reckon they will make it better.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Captain Chip, welcome. Yeah, Samo, the MP side of things, when the world gets hold of this on Tuesday, that's going to be the interesting thing. Like, will their servers cope with it? Does Sam have built-in recovery in case of crash a desktop? I don't know. I've not seen one. Will you just play by yourself on Tuesday and not create videos or stream on Tuesday? I will not be streaming on launch day. Keith Smith, I have videos that have gone out all weekend. I'll have videos that will go out Monday, Tuesday. It's not a streaming day for me, and frankly, I need a day off. So we'll let everybody else take over on Tuesday. Twitch is moving over to AV1 next year. Really? Really, Wyland? How's that going to affect encoder on MV8 then? Live weather is currently broken in my build. There's no career mode in Microsoft Flight Sim. You serious, Wyland? Surely NVIDIA will know about this and doing something about it, Wyland. Maybe they'll build it into their 3000 series, Wyland.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Mr. Sniffer, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you. And if you're lucky enough to get one, please give him a thank you. Right, EDDF, here we come.
Nutter. Welcome back, Nutter.
Well, normally with a AAA game, Jimbo, NVIDIA comes out with a driver which is more optimized for that game. So I'm kind of hoping they'll do that with this, but who knows?
Welcome back,
Okay.
Nutter.
When will nav blue charts be coming? I think it just automatically patches your data. I don't think they're going to give you charts. They're just going to give you the AirRack data. So that when you go into the plane and you want to program a route, it's got the correct AirRack data. I don't think charts comes with it. I don't know, Maestro. That's your choice. They said charts. I took that to mean the data, the AirRack data, not charts as in you can see charts. Can you change the weather? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Do you want me to give you a very quick weather demo? That's what I've done by joke. See, I've kept it for the charts. Navigraph charts are really good. Yeah, I think next weekend we'll jump on FS Economy. Nevergraph made a video about their future with Microsoft Flight Sim. It looks like they're bringing VFR charts. Ooh. What, just for the US? I mean, like, European VFR charts are quite different to American VFR. PLF, I try to read chat as best I can. I've always done that. I don't see the point of streaming if you're not going to interact with chat. That's the whole point of it, I think. Calm down, calm down. Just let it load a bit. Thinking about flight convoy, like trucking convoy. I think we'll let people get into Microsoft Flight Sim first before we think about a flying convoy, but it would be kind of cool to do something like that. Streamers get too much money, then slowly stop caring. I think that's also true of rock bands and things, you know? When they get so big, it just turns into a big monetization thing, and then they lose connection with their audience. I think it's just a progression. It's like companies like Twitch. Years ago, Twitch used to be... Like, I used to have a partner manager. I would go out and, like, have dinner once a year and go down to the offices. Like, they were really good. And now Twitch has got so big that you're kind of just another cog now. It just happens. Every time you go on FS Economy, you get Trojan warnings. Blimey. Okay, Frankfurt. Right, so before we have a look around Frankfurt, I will do a quick weather demo for those of you that have never seen the weather settings. Is the stream buffering? Yes, it looks like Twitch as... Do you know what? Yesterday, at about 4 p.m., I had this kind of twitchiness, and it lasted about 20 minutes, and then it settled down again. So if you go up to the weather hotbar, toolbar, whatever you want to call it, you have basically live weather, which is currently not working. And then you have these presets you can choose, and you can take the presets and you can mess with them. So for example, clear skies, that's what we have. Few clouds. Looks like that. And then you can basically go for like scatter clouds. Broken clouds. If you know anything about clouds, cloud coverage and how it works in aviation, they do it in octals. They split it into 8s, basically, but let's go with that for now. So then you've got these 3 cloud layers. So you've got the lower one down at this level, so we can basically move this up and down like that. And then you've got this middle one that you can see, and then you've got an upper one. And obviously, if you make... Each cloud layer has its own settings for like coverage and scattering and the top and bottom. You can basically drag the top and bottom of a layer up and down. And if you notice, when you do it, the actual amount of light that is available, the light gets blocked. This is why it looks dark when it's really overcast, right? So if you increase the coverage in like the middle layer there, obviously your light levels start to come down. But then if you like thin it out, your light levels come up. So what's hitting, the light that's hitting the lower clouds is now increased. And this is what's amazing about what they've done here, is like the clouds are like lit genuinely how they should be. So that, it's kind of cool. And so well, like one pressure gradient reaches another, watch what happens to the underside of this. It'll flatten out. You see that? It's like it hits a wall, which is what you see in real life as well. Jimmy, thank you very much. It is kind of cool. And then you've got other settings here which cover the general weather. So in here you can basically mess about with the current ambient temperature. So you can bring like the temperature down. It's like stupid cold, so that covers your icing. If you fly through the clouds in low temperature, you'll get icing. Lightning, precipitation, so we can bring rain in. And wherever the cloud is denser, you get more dense rain. But like where you get these little pockets, you'll see, you can actually see the light shafts hitting the rain pockets. So it looks pretty genuine. And if you actually jump in the plane and put the weather radar on, you can actually, we did this yesterday, you can actually see the rainfall on the radar and fly between it. It's kind of crazy the way it works. But yeah, you've got like precipitation here. You know, you can bring that up. There's just no end to what you can do. It's just genuinely insane. You get like high level rain and low level rain. So then you've got like, for example, snow, which is kind of hard to see at first, but that's the preset for snow. If we reduce the precipitation, we basically reduce the snowfall, and then start to move some clouds up so that we can actually see what's going on. You get this kind of icy, snowy look. Thank you for 60 months, Frosty Forza. But you can still see that you've got this kind of pockets. So you imagine, like, when the live weather's working properly and you're flying around, you'll get this kind of situation where you can fly into potentially dangerous weather. It's going to be incredible. Could you have snow in Dubai? Yeah, because you're on a sandbox. You can go to anywhere in the world and just mess and literally bring the temperature right down. And that's just, you know, that's just the weather. Then you've also got the wind. Let me try and find a windsock. Anybody see a windsock around? Oh, there you go. I did this in one of the videos, by the way, but if you click over here, you've then got like wind layers. So you can mess about with... This is just one wind layer, but you could have another wind layer and have it like at 20,000 feet, just have it doing something completely different to what's at ground level, which is what happens. You can have clouds that's going that way, and at ground level, they're going this way. So then you can just set like the direction of the wind and then increase the speed of it. So you have it blowing down the runway, crosswind, wherever you want. And then the gusting is like a percentage. So it takes the speed of this, and then every whatever seconds, it will boost it by this much. But you can have it gusting in a different direction, which is just truly like a nightmare. Because you're coming in on final into a headwind, and then all of a sudden you get a gust which blows like that way, and that happens. Is there lightning? Yes. If you go for the storm preset, like this is properly nasty weather right now. Let's try and bring a cloud up so we can see it a bit better. Right, so if you do that, you'll basically get like high level lightning, which, you know, you can fly through. But you will see like lightning bolts jumping around. You also get rainbows and stuff. How high can you turn up the wind? 150 knots. It's like hurricane level. Yeah, Twitch is dropping the frames. Apologies about that. Yeah, there's no weather reloading. This is the cool thing. It just literally does it on the fly now. It's unbelievable. And that's why when you're flying around, you can get dynamic weather. Yes, I've seen a double rainbow. But look at that rain over there. And then over here, blue skies. Cool stuff. Anyway, Frankfurt. This is included in the Premium Deluxe Edition. Do I use that setup for piloting? Yes, I do. I'm trying to think if I've ever been to Frankfurt. I think I have. I know I've been to Munich. Can't remember if I flew into Frankfurt or not. Try flying the DR400. I trained on a HR200. They're very much the same thing. Yeah, you can quickly... Sorry, I didn't really show you the time of day, did I? Hang on a sec. How remiss of me. One sec. So, having done all of that with the weather and stuff, you can then move the time of day. And of course, the whole landscape changes. But not only that, depending on the month that you set and where you are in the world, the sun will be in a different position. So if you go to like Norway and then make it November, you'll be able to see the sun just like, you know, scoot over the horizon. Whereas if you go there in summer, it'll be much higher. So basically, like, the clouds will consume light and cast shadows on other clouds, and that's why it looks so realistic. And the shadows on all the buildings move as well. It's pretty good. So perhaps if we went for like... So look at this, right? So 8 p.m. 8 p.m. in April would look like that. 8 p.m. in May, sun's much higher. But if you go back, April, March. 8 p.m. in March, sun's not even up. You're studying aeronautical engineering might have to get this for research. It is a meteorologist's dream, this thing. The Northern Lights. I think somebody asked them about that in an interview, and they said that they hadn't put it in yet, but they want to. I think that's what they said. There's a lot of construction going on at Frankfurt, Gil. We'll take off and fly over Frankfurt, and then Gil can give us an assessment on how real it is. Second global seller on Steam. Wow. They are making serious money today. I just love like all the baggage cars and stuff. Just crazy detail. Do you think this game is Game of the Year worthy? Huh. That's a very good question. It's a very good question. I think it should be. That is some impressive parking. I guess and this is like the main terminal block. Did you say game? It is a game. I'm not going to have this debate with you. It is a game because it's an entertainment consumer product by definition. You know this because P3D could never call it a game. P3D had to call it a sim because it was for commercial and training purposes and could not be classed as a game. But it's also a sim and a game. Is that the hotel by any chance? Can't wait to get a truck in this world. I think it'll be like another decade yet. You're more or less going to need photogrammetry for everywhere that you want to drive. Like satellite stuff ain't going to do it. Yeah, from Lockheed. Jeez, that is massive.
Welcome back.
Like, what is that building, though? I bet that's like the German tax office. Live voice that's not working for me now.
Welcome back, Nutter.
There's a lot of detail on these buildings. That looks like a monorail system. I wonder if there's an actual monorail.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
This is really well done. It's a train station, really? Well, that's a train station. Where's the train line? Oh, is that it, though? Maybe. I don't know. It'd have to go underneath the runway if it's the rail. The big building is a hotel and the train is subterranean. Ah, okay. I love the way they put vehicles just in places that you wouldn't normally see. I'm guessing this is like fuel storage. It's a train from Terminal 1 to 2, fair enough. I mean, let's face it, this is as good as you ever need it when you're flying a plane. You're not even going to see, like, all this here, you're not even going to see this. You're going to see it for like 30 seconds as you fly in. Have they put cars in the car park? Oh, cheats. Cheated. Look at that. No cars in this car park. Some of the other ones have them. Mrs. Jones, 61 months. I do hope you're well. Thank you very much, Mrs. Don't.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Yes, I have seen that, Snake Eyes. Look at this. Just crazy amount of detail. Twitch bitrate still a bit unstable right now. Pringle! Feel the warmth. I'm feeling old now, 69 months. Bet you're enjoying the snooker. Letheron Prime, thank you for gifting some to Patrick. Welcome, Patrick. So anyway, let's take off and go and have a quick look at Frankfurt itself. We're on 07, so we need to fly. So we do want this kind of weather. Gil, where's downtown from here? Yeah, the bit rate's gone a bit funny at the moment. Towards the east. Northeast, Gil, okay. So if I set... Yeah, alright, let's do that. Yeah, there's something wrong. I think the bet rate's settled down again, so it should be alright now. Clayman, welcome back. Let's get up in the air and fly northeast. Right, Gil, you need to tell us how realistic this is now. Let's try and get a nice view. Mal John Swales, thank you for subbing. Is it worth getting the premium edition? I can't answer that question, Phil. That's why we're going through the airport, so you can kind of make your own decision. Right. Mrs. Squirrel's brought me some food. What a star. See. What? Salt. Is that a new one? I have a new one. I wonder where Gil lives. Frankfurt isn't photogrammetry. Madrid was. Madrid looked incredible. You're almost over my head. Lol. Excuse me, I've got a bite to eat here. Isn't Frankfurt like the financial part of Germany? You got mince and potatoes on the go? On the go? Are you in a car? It's a mini burger. That's what it is. Oh, you mean cooking, right? I got potato wedges. M. James Red, thank you for 22 months. Let's have another quick fly past. What speed are we doing? Yeah, you can tell it's not photogrammetry, not like Madrid was, but it's pretty good. Tutorial mode. Well, I've done some videos for tutorials. That's not a good heading right now. Benjamin, by the magic of Twitch, yesterday I ended my 1 year here. Today I start the 2nd of my 13th month. Keep up the good work, thanks. Thank you, Benjamin. Do you play the game with gamepad? No, I just use the camera with gamepad. Yeah, you're probably not seeing this stuff here. Probably not exactly visible. The Thrustmaster Warthog here. MFG crosswinds down there. I use the Xbox controller because the camera mode is really intuitive. Nice loafers. Why is it every time I go to the overhead camera, somebody comments about my slippers? You know, between that and people wanting a slipper cam, I genuinely think you guys have got some kind of foot fetish. How does multiplayer work? You add somebody as a friend, you create a group, one of you's leader sets the weather, jump in, play. Literally that simple. Lol, Pringle. Right, next on the hit list. We've done Frankfurt. Oh, we're going to go to Heathrow next. K-Good, thank you for subbing. Can you change the weather now? You can change the weather anytime you want. If this was live weather working, you'd be able to see. If it was live weather, you'd be able to see like actual changing weather. But yeah, it can look very different when you fly in the day to flying at night. What does it feel like to be the face of Twitch? The face of Twitch eats a burger. There you go. Enjoy. I'm probably not the best choice for that. want to get her out of here before she comes over there. What kind of burger? It's a beef burger, I think. A beef burger with burger relish. Look at that, it's beautiful. Real Ed Billy Ben moment. You can get some like amazing wallpapers with this thing. Look at that. That kind of just before dawn look. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, it really is a screenshot generator. It really, really is. This is Frankfurt. Even the skyscrapers have got like lighting on them. That lights even Frankfurt's beautiful.